Recently, the Florian Latin literature in the Augustine settlement has been a gift of peace inspired in our very own generation that has indifferentiated into Roman history, a period known as the Golden Age of Latin literature. Here is a local Roman giving his thoughts on Latin literature.
I think having more new poets and writers would be a great thing to have for our generation. Like Ovid, Virgil, and Horace have been some of my favorites, and I think in the future there will be more great literature to come.
What do you think is so great about Ovid?
Ovid wrote fasting. He explains ordinary festivals of the Roman year, which I think is great.
And you mentioned Virgil?
Yes, Virgil wrote the Aeneid on epic poem, and that was so awesome.
What about Horace?
Horace was my favorite poet. I love his poem about Antony and Cleopatra in 31 BC.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is our newscast for today. Back to you.
Poetry has always been a common leisure for us fellow Romans. Our greatest poets, Horace and Virgil, have helped shape what literature is to what it is today. Now I'm here live in Venice with a man who has insights on a new poet named Ovid.
I was in the library today hearing poets who are quite known. When a man named Ovid started reciting a poem, I knew he was great. The poem he recited was named Metamorphosis. This poem explained the lives between gods and mortals.
Well, there it is. We now have new, fresh poets helping shape what Roman literature is today. We have great poets in the past, and we hope for great in the future.
Ovid, Virgil, Livy, and Horace are great poets we know and love. Today I'll be talking about Horace. Horace was born in 65 BC. He grew up with the great emperor Augustus. Thanks to his father, Horace got a great education. After Augustus won the war against the East, Horace was inspired to write. Horace wrote about the peace that is among us now. Now we go to a local citizen here about his opinion on Horace's writing.
I really enjoy reading Horace's poetry.
Why?
Because they're about peace and they entertain me.
Well, there you have it, folks. Back to you in the studio.
Are you a writer, but you have problems writing with a decent pen? Come on down to Red's Pen Shop, where we have the world's best pen. We have 3 qualities that most pens don't have. We have the darkest ink, the softest grip, and also it's very affordable, just 1 denarius for a simple pen. So come on down to Red's Pen Shop, where we have the finest pens in all of Rome. You heard it, all of Rome.
Thank you. I'm here in front of a local temple in the heart of the Roman city. At my right is a local single woman expressing her views on how modern society impacts our traditional Roman morals and virtues.
Well, I have noticed how slowly with time family morals have been impacted. Families are being destroyed due to culture. Family isn't something valid anymore. Same-sex relationships have impacted family morals by not producing children. Our society is having a big impact due to the influences of Greece.
You're absolutely right. We should reflect back on our own actions. Women now have more rights than they did in ancient times. These aspects may be a strong keyhole to the downfall. If women keep having more and more rights, sooner or later, women will control Rome's future. Now, back to the studio. Recently, we have witnessed several same-sex relationships here throughout our Roman society. Same-sex relationships are affecting our Roman society because their relationships are not producing children. Same-sex relationships have been affecting our Roman community for some time now, following similar patterns to that of Greece. If you are opposed to same-sex relationships in our society, please speak up now. Share your opinion on our website.
We have just received information regarding his legal counselor and attribution powers. Due to the fact that he can't legally hand his powers to his successor, he has just decided to share powers with his adopted son Tiberius. In his will, Augustus just left most of his vast fortune to Tiberius. If in the case, God forbid, Augustus passes away, Tiberius is to assume burdens of the principate. Now we go to a local witness that has helped contribute with this situation.
Yes, well, I am one of the successors that helped Augustus in his decision to legally hand his powers to his son. He believes that his son has the willpower to control the tribunician and council powers.
Thank you. Taking over a big responsibility. Thank you. Looking back at Augustus' actions, you can see that he made a big decision. Now back to you in the studio.
Attention all riders, we will have an audition for all Roman riders to the forum. We're looking for all sorts of riders, so it doesn't really matter what kind you are. Come on down to the forum on Augustus 1st so we can find Rome's best rider.
A while back, it was common for married men to have affairs. They would sneak around hoping that nobody would find out their little secret. Recently, Augustus has outlawed affairs. Ma'am, what do you think about the new law?
I think it's a good idea because it will strengthen family values and it will keep the family together. It would also let everyone in the household have equal responsibility. And Augustus, I know that Augustus also wants to bring all the families together as well.
Thank you.
Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.